Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there's no need to fear, man. Really nibble. And in today's video, we are watching Ice Spice finally gets what she deserves. Now, if we're being 100% honest, the only thing Ice Spice deserves is some Day After King. Oh. You know? But let's go ahead and see what O'Shea's talking about. You know, if she's not, yeah, let's just get to the video.
Got his first real dose of Ice Spice.
Mm.
She's from the Bronx, New York. She is Dominican and Nigerian. She has the look, but at first, nothing was moving. She had some tracks, but it was still underground. By the time early 2022, she started popping in drill circles, but the breakthrough in 2022 was magnificent. Munch, Feeling You goes crazy on social media. Drake co-signs.
You thought I would feel you? What? I'm sorry.
Song, and as you know, she starts.
That was a banger though, but if we being real, you know what I'm saying? Ice Spice blow up was definitely not for the music. I feel like that's something me and you, we can both agree on, that that's not the reason she came up. She came up because of that Turks and Caicos, that Oakland Raiders, that Washington Wizards she got going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're a bad female in this world, bro, the world is literally in the palm of your hands, right? You can do whatever. If you're bad enough, bro, they literally say Hooch rules the world. You know?
Getting popping on TikTok. By 2023, she's out of here. She's supposed to be a global superstar, and everything's supposed to end happily ever after.
But her voluptuous Caicos is. We don't care about her. We care about what she got going on back there.
Right?
Correct him.
This guy, Dr. Chambers, is claiming that Ice Spice stole the beat, hook, lyrics, and the narrative context of the song. Dr. Chambers is alleging that he thinks Riot, which is Ice Spice's producer, may have heard his song on the radio or heard him performing it live and then went and copycatted the track.
Now they saying that Ice Spice is copying people's songs.
If we're being honest, and be real. You man and man, look at me. Let's look at each other. I'm gonna take the glasses off. Let me look you straight in your eye, okay? Who is really listening to Ice Spice for the music? You listen to Ice Spice for her music? I know what kind of guy you are. I already know. Anyways, let's get back into the video. But I know you. I know what kind of man you are. I know. That's why you clicked the thumbnail. Yeah, I'm on to you, pal. Anyways.
I mean, hey, listen, that's just a coincidence. That don't mean that it's really happening, right? But it got worse.
Ice Spice is being accused of buying views for her Baddie Baddie music video. Now, I'm not saying it's true, but honestly, the views jumped up real mother quick, mind you. Even the audio is still sitting at only like 600,000. Even the likes are at 26,000 for this video. And everyone is in the comments, damn, you bought views?
Damn, she buying views? She went from 79,000 to 6.7 million views in 10 hours? Everybody was saying that she was ruining her career. You know, things was going up, going down. I mean, she was dating NFL athletes and everything like that. And then, you know, I guess she kind of stabilized, but not really. And now things have gotten worse.
Ice Spice then ran off on the wig plug. Apparently, the Bella brand wig company is suing Ice Spice and her team for the 2024 Y2K tour. Apparently, said that they successfully had an agreement with her and a contract signed to provide her over $50,000 worth of wigs. They're asking Ice Spice and her team to pay up to
$50,000. You just gonna have to kirk me. I'm sorry. I had to be the one to say it, but there's no way 50. You think you're getting 50 bands for some hair? I need it fresh off the scalp of Jennifer Lopez's head for 50K. Out your rabbit mind, bro.
100,000. And the owner from Bella Brand is claiming that Ice Spice and her team would send multiple pictures of Nicki Minaj and saying, make this wig, do it with the bangs, like all that stuff. There's physical text of her asking to copy her style. So I wonder what the Bob's got to say about this. The owner said how this happened, which she did come out and say, you know, it was kind of dumb of her to do this, but it was a situation where she did make the wigs thinking that she would get some kind of promotion in return for the tour or some kind of recognition with a contract, but crickets. Also, when it came down for the money to pay for the 20 wigs I think she made for her, no money to be found. So she's suing her for $200,000. We'll see what the team has to say about that.
So this wig maker is called the Bella Brand, which reportedly was commissioned to make a large batch of custom wigs for Ice Spice's tour, okay? And this lady is saying the rapper and the team failed to pay for the wigs. So the order was for 25 custom wigs, but when the payment time came, the wig maker said that this caused them over $50,000 in damages. The complaint also says that there is a breach of contract and a damage to the wig maker's business reputation, including lost future business from clients who pulled away after the dispute. So, I mean, obviously, if you're making these wigs custom, you could have other customers that you could.
But if it's that expensive, bro, like I'm sorry, I need the guap up front before we even start making anything. I need the guap at least half. You don't gotta put a deposit down like 50K. How do you even get? Where do you even find 50K worth of hair from, bro? Like, I still don't understand that part. Like, that's insane, bro.
Be doing business with. But if you are spending your time on Ice Spice, this is what happens with a lot of luxury brands. They will basically do these things for artists, hoping to get paid later, because obviously what they feel like, hey, if Ice Spice pays me and then she wears my wigs on Instagram, it's, you know, it's great because number one, I'm going to get more marketing. So some people could take it as a loss, but even if she doesn't do the marketing, which it always happens like this with these, you know, these
always. I've never once seen a success. I've never seen this blueprint go right. I've never seen it, bro. You gotta know who you're dealing with, bro. It's just certain people, like it's just certain people. You just know how they move and like the situation. Even with the situation with Lil Baby and Playboy Max, like or Lil TJ, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like certain people just move certain ways, bro. And I'm not going. You can't go for certain things just because somebody's famous, bro. Especially in 2025, bro, where like. It's not that anybody can like said she popped up out of nowhere because she had some great Caicos and Turks. You feel me? So anybody can really just pop out anywhere and turn from a nobody to somebody overnight. But just because there's somebody doesn't still mean they don't have their old morals. That doesn't mean just because there's somebody known doesn't mean necessarily they're a good person. Right? So 50K to somebody who just came into money, they're like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna. I personally never have heard of a situation of this type of stuff being handled correctly. Yeah.
They don't pay for it, and then they still don't give the marketing. So now these damages are piling up, all right? Now, this also is something that happens all the time with these particular artists and people in the industry. You know, these people do this all the time with houses, Airbnbs, rentals, and it looks like they don't want to pay. And maybe somebody like Ice Spice should have the money, but guess what? While she's being sued for this, check out what Ice Spice is doing. Literally, this is her specifically getting a Richard Mille watch. I kid you not. That's literally her right there. That is her bragging about getting a new watch. And this is people posting it. The culture.
This is like the, oh my, damn. Oh my God. What was I about to say? Damn. Bro, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. Shit. Look good. Oh, I remember. My fault. Yeah, no, that's insane. That's like the equivalent of like that meme where like somebody will owe you money and then you look at Instagram and you see them living this extravagant lifestyle, doing XYZ, going crazy. Whole time they still owe you money, and it's crazy because from what they're spending the money on, it's like let's say you owe me $20, but you just spent 200 on XYZ. It's like, damn, bro, you can do this, but you can't pay me back. You just go run off on the plug like that, bro. Like, no. Oh wait, my fault, chat. I got muted. Here we go.
Billy in NYC with Benny the jeweler. And that's crazy, right? So for people that you owe money, you don't want to pay them, but you will take $250,000 and go spend money with Benny the jeweler on a Richard Mille watch while you're literally being sued by.
First, I've never even understood the Richard Mille. I got an Apple Watch Ultra. You know, this was like 800, maybe 700, maybe 600. But I never understood spending that much for a watch, bro. Like, that's a Urus, that's a Hellcat, that's an AMG, that's a house. Like, there's so many other things that I would rather have than a watch. I mean, I understand the other stuff may not hold value that well, and like the watch, quote unquote, is supposed to hold its value. But like, I don't. Plus, also me, I'm very clumsy with things, bro. So I'm liable to take the watch off, like just like how I have the watch off now. I'm liable to take it off and leave it in an Uber or something like that, bro. So boom, now I just lost $250,000 for what? But even then, especially when you're at a point like Ice Spice, like, or you're a known person, I feel like the point of buying watches is to kind of like wear them to let people know, hey, like, I'm having money like that. But like, we already know you. We know you. We're under the impression that you have money. Now, you could be broke. You don't know. But it looks to us as if you have the money. You know what I'm saying? So,
a service provider that you owe money to. Okay, like this is actual.
She look good. Fuck, bro. I can't even hate, bro. Oh my God. Yeah. Boy.
Easy. But do you guys know what?
People like Gucci and Christian Dior and Louis Vuitton, they are the Rolex and the Bentleys of the fashion industry. So they do not need a celebrity to showcase their latest design to sell it. They don't. So when you see these rappers and singers and stuff in the music industry showing their clothes and their houses and all that stuff, I really think they're getting all that stuff on credit. In the music industry, it's like, you work for me, we give you all these gifts. Why do you think so many people are in some real fucked up contracts right now?
Now, this lady is making a good point. She's saying that a lot of these artists are not rich. You know, they are not successful because they are signed to these contracts and stuff like that, right? And I want to deal with that because a part of that is true. You know, artists do take care of people. They do have bills and all of that. I'm not talking about that. But they do have opportunities for funding. Like, just look at a guy like Charleston White. When Charleston White pulls up to a podcast or to a stream, somebody like Charleston White is being paid thousands of dollars to show up. Now, he don't even have an active social media like somebody like Ice Spice on TikTok or whatever. But these artists do get pretty lucrative brand deals, and they get opportunities as long as their name is popping. So, you know, you can get $10,000 here, $20,000 here.
Oh, they're fake? Oh, I thought they were real. Cause like, bro, look at here.
Their name is popping. So, you know.
And here, bro, what's the difference? Damn. Bro, my fault, bro. I'm doing too much. I'm sorry.
$10,000 here, $20,000 here.
That's on me.
I mean, look at Angel Reese, somebody like her. You know, you got Reese's deal. I mean, you got Reebok. I mean, those brand deals can keep you paid. Now, those brands can come and go, but it does give you enough money to buy something like Richard Mille. Like, she's not broke, okay? It's just that she picks and chooses who she does want to pay. And then the person makes another statement that I want to talk about.
And also, in our community, we always talk about if we had millions of dollars, how we would buy up the block, how we would help our people. And
yeah, that's another thing too. People get on people's case about, man, if I was in bro's position, I would do that. Bro, you're not in bro's position. You're not in this position for a reason, bro. And even then, bro, if you, who knows, if say you like, bro, I would do this XYZ, right, if I had the money, bro. But once you get the money, bro, you're gonna think very differently. And you might be like, you know what, bro, I don't even care about them people for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, you said you was gonna do this, this, and this, and now you're in a position to do that, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, as much as I want to be like, bro, like, it's crazy, at the same time, you do gotta understand that their position is different. So they're gonna look at it from their perspective versus we'll look at them. You know what I'm saying, bro.
And you don't see them doing that, and people think it's because they're selfish. No, I think it's because they are cash poor and they really cannot help you.
She says that a lot of
I wasn't even gonna go that, but that's another way of tackling that.
Community, but you know, or in urban communities, but they're not rich. And this is true, but they are not rich, not because they don't have access to the money. Because when you're connected like Ice Spice, I mean, I'll give you an example. Look at my brother Poetic Flacco. Shout out to him. He's a hardworking YouTuber. He was associated and has been associated with Adam 22, being an insider, okay? Being a hip hop insider, him, academics, they can create their money as much as they want to work for the money, all right? But they are legit insiders into the industry. You're talking about somebody like Ice Spice. Not only is she an artist, she is an insider. We've seen Melissa Ford get all the names on her podcast, and she's not even really an insider to the industry anymore. So these people got plays, they know things, they know people. It's things that they can do that normal content creators can't do. They have a Rolodex full of money, all right? They have the Rolodex is full of brand managers. A lot of the brand managers are even their fans. Like, they can make a lot of things happen, but because of poor money management, bad business practices, not reinvesting in the right things, and treating vendors poorly, basically this is what kills the business, all right? Stuff like this. This is the same thing that happened with Sean Kingston, creating such a bad will, right, in the business that nobody wants to work with.
Jesus Christ, bro. Oh my God, bro. He's fat as hell. Oh. His face looks like they have on both cheeks have 2 quarter-pounders in them. Damn.
Like this. If you get a lot of money and the ability to do business, treating people fairly and paying bills on time. I know it's an American thing to pay bills on time, but just doing that, honoring collaborations, keeping up with your word, keeps you in the industry so much. Number one, as a content creator, it keeps you in the industry. As a performer, it keeps you in any industry. And I hate to say this because y'all don't get mad when we're talking about black business. One of the reasons why you can do well in black business is because so many people do not do that. And it just literally opens the opportunity and the door for you. You owe somebody some money, why don't you just pay them? Like, it is so simple to do that. Like, you have a bill, you ordered that from them, they make good quality products. Why don't you honor that agreement? Do you want to know why? Because if you pay them and you're with Bella Brand, you might be able to get a partnership with wigs with them. They already know the business, and because they trust you, you now can turn that client customer relationship with your platform into a bigger audience. Now just think of this. Ice Spice has a relationship with Bella Brand. Now she can only be hot for so long as a rapper, right? But you have all these guys live streaming, you know, Kai Cenat, DDG, whoever else, Plaque Max. You know, all these particular dudes. Now, what do you have the opportunity to do? You have the opportunity to leverage your business consumer base. And now you can do that because why? Well, you have made good relationships, so they can say, listen, we're gonna come up with.
They do good business, so people do business with you. It's simple. It's, you know, very logical. If you mess with me during whatever, even when you're down, we still gonna mess with you because you know you good people, you do good business. So, but you know, these type of people, they don't really look at it like that, bro. They think everything. They think when they're having crazy motion, it's just gonna be like that forever. But everybody has a day, you know. Even everybody's GOAT. See that man back there? Someday he gonna be too old to play. He not gonna be able to hoop no more. But due to the relationships he's worked out and built, etc., he always gonna have money. At this point, you might as well say his money's infinite.
The Ice Spice wig. Now you come up with the Ice Spice wig, they designed it, you promote it. Let's say you sell 1,000 wigs. Each one of those wigs $1,000 and you get $200. You've already made $200,000 by just maintaining that level of partnership. This was some of the good marketing and brand collaborations that Diddy did with Diageo. We've seen it with Ciroc. These are money-making opportunities that become lost in translation because, oh, well, I'm Ice Spice, I don't want to pay him. So I'd rather go pay Richard Millie, the money, who doesn't need the money, instead of Bella Brand, and that sounds like a black business, and then I can just scale with them. We can go all kind of the hair industry. You know, we can do hair industry tours. We can do all kind of black beauty tours. You know, we can go over to the Caribbean with it. We can go over to Africa with it. We have.
Does he say $100,000? Bro, no, that's gotta be like in some like other type of currency though, bro. There's no way this is $100,000 wigs, bro. Especially this, bro. Like these pictures, even this one somewhat is, but this, bro, no, I'm not, bro. No, bro, no.
We have a market base, and then we can get influencers to help sell it. You just missed out on a business opportunity because you wanted to be an asshole, which didn't make any sense. And this is the same thing that you see so often in black business. I don't care if it's in the black community in America. I don't care if it's in Africa. It's just like, in order for us to work together, I must win and you must lose. Like, that's how it usually is. Doesn't matter, content creator, influencer, artist. I must win and you must lose. And it's crazy because you can both win. Why do you want to create distrust when you don't have to create distrust? You literally do not have to do that and you can be successful. So if your career starts falling off in any way, you now have a transition point. But what's going to happen, because some people like Ice Spice, you don't want to pay, you would rather floss and stunt. So when you need people in the industry, they don't help you anymore. Then you start to slowly, your career suffocates out. And then you have no literal lateral move. You're out of the industry and those bills just keep on coming. The end. You're canceled.
Hey, yo.
It always works. So guys, what do you think? It should.
Yeah, with that being said, man, y'all boys let me know what y'all think about the Ice Spice situation, man. And until next time.